In oil and gas, a discovery matters, but the real value comes from how quickly it can be tied into a broader development plan. Today, we're looking at Afentra's Pacassa Southwest discovery, its growing position in Block 305, and the key offshore and onshore milestones that could shape the second half of the year. I'm joined today by Paul McDade, CEO of Afentra. Paul, welcome to the watch list.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for joining us. So tell us, Paul, Afentra has announced a successful oil discovery at Pacassa Southwest. How significant is this result for the Pacassa Southwest field and the wider Block 305 area? And what's the expected timeline to first oil?
Yeah, so Pacassa Southwest for a company of our size is very significant. It's actually the first well drilled in this area. It's a mature area, but it's the first well drilled in over a decade. And the actual well found excellent reservoir quality, demonstrated connectivity to a very large field next door. So all this continues to support our view that the Pacassa Southwest area contains reserves of up to around 23 million barrels. That would be net to Afentra. And this compares with our existing total reserve of about 32 million barrels. So it's really significant in terms of scale for us as our size of company. And in terms of production, the good news is the timeline to production for the Pacassa Southwest well is relatively short. It was drilled from a production platform, so therefore we can leverage that existing facility and tie in the well and get low-cost production on stream this quarter.
And with the rig moving to Impala 2 and the Etu acquisition nearing completion and continued onshore activity, Afentra appears to be entering a busy execution phase. What are the key offshore and onshore milestones shareholders should be watching most closely through the rest of the year?
Yeah, we had a very busy and unsuccessful first half, and the second half is shaping up to be similar. But year-end offshore, we'll have added 2 new wells, Pacassa Southwest, which we're just in the process of completing, and then Impala 2, as well as we just restarted a well, Impala 1, which is also quite important. When you combine these new wells with the additional equity that we'll get from the Etu deal, so that Etu deal takes us up to 33% of Block 305, our net production by year end should grow from about 6,000 barrels a day to around 10 or potentially even over 10,000 barrels a day. So we've got a busy second half. We're also looking to start a workover campaign in Block 305. And then we have our operated Block 324, which we're also making good progress on the development there. When you look onshore, we continue to progress the interpretation of the EFTG seismic survey that we shot over last year and earlier this year. And we're starting to see some really interesting exploration opportunities appear from that. So there'll be more detail of that in the second half. And then we're just about to start 2D seismic on Block Con 15 onshore. As well as progressing, we have Con 4, where we've got the Quenguela Norte field, which is an old discovery that we're planning to restart. So we'll be progressing our plans to re-enter a number of the wells there. So, we expect to announce many more value catalysts before the end of a busy second half of 2026.
Sounds like a very busy second half indeed. Good luck with it all, Paul. Thank you for joining us today. So this sounds like a company building momentum across discovery, development, and portfolio growth, with the next phase focused on turning an active work program into production and shareholder value. Once again, that was Paul McDade, CEO of Afentra. For more information on the company and its operations, visit afentraplc.com. That's all for this episode of The Watch List. I'm Ricky Lee. Make good choices today.